Hi, welcome. Welcome to Bariatric Yoga. I'm Tracy, and I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful today that you've decided to make some time to practice yoga. I love the acronym for time, TIME, things I must learn. And you're doing that today by setting aside time to practice making a connection with your mind, with your body, and with your spirit. And so we'll get started. And I love yoga because it's just a practice. We get to practice wherever we are today and building upon that. And so I love to bring in the sense of smell into my practice. And so I have today an offering of lavender. If you would like to bring lavender into your practice and you're here in the studio, I'll come around with an offering. Just place your palms up if you're interested. If you're practicing at home, I encourage you to just put a little pause in the video and perhaps light a candle or some incense, or maybe you have some essential oils at home. So do take the time to invite that sense of smell into your practice. And just wave it all around and begin our breathing here. Oh, it smells so good. And then yogis, we'll start by finding an easy seat. And that can look different for everyone. I like to suggest a crisscross applesauce with one leg simply in front of the other. And always beginning by tuning in to the breath. Pranayama, our life force, our breath. We'll use belly breath practice today, which is a counted breath. It's an in-breath of 4, a hold at the top for 4, and then an exhale breath for 6. I'll do the counting, you do the breathing. And it's a practice of an ujjayi breath, which is a slight restriction in the back of the throat. And it's almost as if saying, ah, but with sealed lips and the restriction in the back of the throat. It's a very audible breath to the breather. It's an ah on the in-breath and an ah on the exhale. Yogi, it slows down the breath and is so beneficial to also slow down the mind. So please join me. We'll bring our right hand to the chest, to Anurahada, our heart chakra, and the left hand to the belly. And gently closing off the eyes. And one natural breath in and out to empty the breath. And beginning at the bottom with ujjayi breath, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, breath, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, ujjayi breath in, hold, 2, 3, 4, Ujjayi, out. 3, 4, 5, 6, hold. 2, and the last one in. 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, and out. Good. And release the hands, palms up on the lap. Natural breath in and out. Just notice how you feel on the inside. Good, Yogi. And just switching the feet, whichever leg is in front, switching it to be behind, bringing the opposite leg to lead in the front, and switching hands so that the left hand comes to the heart space and the right hand to the belly. Same breath practice, Yogi. A natural breath in and out to empty, and beginning at the bottom with that Ujjayi breath, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, emptying out through the chest and then the belly. 4, 5, 6, hold. 2, breathing in, filling up the belly and then the lungs, and hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, Ujjayi, in. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round, breathing in slowly. 3, 4, hold at the top. 3, 4, releasing the breath, the chest, and then the belly all the way to the bottom. Releasing the hands to come to rest in the lap, palms facing up. And noticing here through natural breath, Yogi, how do you feel on the inside? Taking just a moment to grab a hold of a Sat Nam, an I am statement set in the present moment. I am calm. I am free. I am strong. Come up with your own or borrow one of mine. A Sat Nam is here for you to grab a hold of during your practice. If your mind wanders or if you lose your breath, gently blinking the eyes open, wiggling the fingers and the toes. And we'll begin with some movement by outstretching the hands and tickling the earth And we'll plant the right hand down into the earth. And on an in-breath, the left hand will reach up high to the sky, reaching tall, taking a glance up and feeling a beautiful stretch through the left side body. Really planting the weight down into the right hand, taking breath in, expanding through the lungs, exhaling out. One more round of breath. And on the exhale, floating the hand back down to the earth. Growing tall on the inhale breath. Grounding now down into the left palm, planting it on the inhale breath, reaching the right hand up high to the sky. Growing tall through the spine, energy flowing through the fingertips, opening up through the heart space. One full round of breath here, in and out. The in-breath sends energy through the fingertips, and on the exhale breath, gently floating the hand back down to the earth. Inhale breath, both hands stretching east and west. The palms may come to meet at the top or not. Inhale and exhale breath. On your next inhale breath, cactus the arms open, growing really tall, finding a wide space through the heart chakra on the right. Inhale, grow tall. Hi there. Exhale, breath, floating the hands back down to the earth. Beautiful. We're going to take a nice, beautiful twist here. So twisting open to the left. Taking a peek behind the shoulder. A full in and out breath here. Returning back through neutral, twisting all the way open to the other side. A full round of breath, filling the lungs up with vital oxygen. In and out. Making our way back through center. We're going to turn to the long edge of the mat, sending the right leg long. Keeping the left leg folded in. Hands on each side of the extended leg. Bringing now the chest down to meet the thigh. Slowly with intention, allowing the heart space to fold over the thigh. Perhaps the hands reach for the calf, perhaps the foot, maybe the toes. Allowing the head to gently make its way. A few rounds of breath here, yogi. Giving into the stretch little by little. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Growing tall through the crown of the head. Bring the knee up to meet the chest. Planting the left hand behind the body. And on an inhale breath, sending the right hand up high to the sky. And then twisting open to the right. For another spinal twist here. With a peek around the shoulder. Big round of breath here. In and out. Releasing the twist. slowly. And then drawing the right knee in and sending the left leg long. And now we'll rotate the body and take the hands one on each side of the left extended leg, allowing now the body to make its way down to the left thigh. Slowly with intention. Perhaps the hands reach for the calf, perhaps the foot, maybe the toe. Connecting maybe with that Satnam. Using the breath on the inhale to gather the oxygen. And on the exhale breath, deepening the stretch by perhaps just 1 degree. One more round of breath here, yogi. In and also out. Gently making your way back up to the very top. Growing tall with the spine. The knee comes into the body. Taking the right hand behind the body. And on the inhale breath, the left hand will reach up high to the sky. And then opening, twisting. The elbow makes a connection with the knee. And now a peek over the shoulder. For another twist. The spine is getting a great workout. Breathing here. Excellent. Undoing the twist, sending both legs long now. Checking in with the spine, nice and tall. Heart space is up and out. And gently using the fingertips as a reminder to take it slowly. A forward fold, hinging at the hips. Gently, carefully. A forward fold. Feeling the stretch through the lower back, the hamstrings. Gently holding whenever it feels sticky. Bringing breath to that place. Breathing in and out. Beautiful, yogi. One vertebra at a time. Things I must earn. Rolling up slowly. We'll bring the feet to come together. The soles of the feet will meet for butterfly. They can come in close to the body for a deeper stretch or leave them a little further out if that's comfortable for you. And when you're ready, taking your TIMEE, begin to do our last seated forward fold as you make your way back down to the earth, slowly, taking your time. Stopping when it feels a little tight. Sending breath, oxygen, vital for every muscle. And on the exhale, walk the fingers, perhaps 1 centimeter. Yogi holding here 2 rounds, full rounds of breath. Put a nice arch in the spine as you roll up one vertebra at a time. Tuck the chin. Let the head be the very last thing to come to point. Growing tall at the tip. Beautiful, Yogi. Bringing the knees together, placing the hands behind you. We'll windshield wiper out the legs. Putting some weight on the hands behind you so you can lean back. Getting a nice stretch in the lower back here. Just wiping back and forth, back and forth. Excellent. And when you're ready, we're just going to roll all the way around to our table position. Stacking ever so carefully the shoulders over the hands and the hips over the knees. Beautiful. When you feel nice and sturdy, tuck the belly button into the spine. And we're headed for some cat-cows. We'll start with our cow. On your inhale breath, drop your belly. Tuck your toes under. Lift your gaze up. And really push everything down and away. And then, Yogi, on your exhale breath, push it out. Flatten the feet, roll the spine, tuck the chin under, push away the earth. And then on your next incoming breath, drop the belly, lift the chin, tuck the toes under. Stretch out those abdominal muscles. And then push everything out. Push the breath out. Flatten the feet. Roll the spine. Tuck the chin. And then one more time on your incoming breath, tuck your toes under. Bring your belly down to the earth and look up. And then just begin to roll all around. Roll the back around. Roll the hips and the shoulders and the neck. Flatten the feet out, roll all around. Get organic with it. This moves the wrists around, the hips around. You can even lift up from the knees and move the ankles around. I love this asana so much for that reason. Beautiful. Finding some stillness in our table. Bring the toes to touch in the back and widen the knees as far as the mat. And Yogi, bring the hips down to the heels and stretch and reach the hands out in front of you for a child's pose. A few rounds of breath here to check in with your Satnam. Perhaps even returning to that Ujjayi breath. Sliding the hands back just a little bit. We'll return to table. And you feel nice and firm in your table. We're going to tuck our toes and push the hips high for downward dog. Take your time, things I must earn. Stretch out the calf muscles. Walk your dog. Stretch out the shoulders. Take your time here, yogi, in inversion pose. We send the blood in a different direction here. When you are ready, take a glance up at your hands and gently walk your feet to meet. And continue in your inversion. Hang out in your forward fold. Spread your feet as wide as you need. Keep a bend in your knees. Perhaps crisscross the arms for ragdoll. Let the head go. Let the shoulders relax. Let the facial muscles go. Let everything dump out. Day, the worries, the future. Swaying perhaps back and forth, front to back. Intentional breathing for a few rounds of breath in and out. Yogi, when you are ready, find your halfway lift, taking the spine parallel to the earth, regulating that blood pressure. On an exhale breath, back down into your forward fold. Then yogi, root your feet nice and firm into the earth. And slowly, with intention, rise. Rise up. Sending your hands east and west. And bring them all the way up to the top. Ardha Hastasana, upward salute. Perhaps the palms come to meet at the top. Big round of breath in and out. It's not often we reach and stretch like this. Gently begin to allow the hands to float back down to the earth and find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Rooting all four corners of your feet into the earth. Beautiful. We're going to step the right foot to the front of the mat. The left foot back into warrior one position. It's at about a 45-degree angle. And the feet are slightly apart, as if on railroad tracks. And the hands are going to both reach up high to the sky. Excellent. And holding really firm here in our warrior one position. With a slight bend in the front knee. A full round of breath in and out here. And on your next round of breath, in breath, we're going to grow tall, and on the exhale breath, float the arms down into our warrior two position. The back foot will find a 90-degree angle, and the hips will find themselves parallel to the long edge of the mat. One full circle of breath here, in and out. And then the next inhale breath will flip the front palm forward and reverse the warrior. With the front hand reaching high for the sky. Nice side body stretch. And then we're going to reach for the front elbow to make its way to the front knee for a side body stretch on the opposite side. The fingertips are going to reach for the opposite side of the room. Side body stretch here. Excellent. Inhale, reach. Feel the stretch. And on an exhale breath, we're going to cartwheel the arms back to warrior two, all the way through to warrior one. And then maybe a slight push off of the back foot to return to our mountain pose. Beautiful. And now the opposite leg. Our left leg will come forward. Our left leg will come forward, and the right leg will be back for warrior one on the opposite side. Again, the back leg has about a 45-degree angle, and the hands shoot straight up to the sky. A slight bend in the front knee, and there's a little space between the legs. And a nice tall stance. Spine is absolutely straight. The belly button is tucked in, and a full round of breath as we continue to have strength here. On your next exhale breath, float the hands down, finding warrior two. The back leg makes its way to a 90-degree angle, and the hips take a slight rotation out so they're parallel to the long edge of your mat. Your arms are also parallel to the earth, staying nice and strong. Full round of breath in and out. Flipping the front palm forward will reverse your warrior so the front hand reaches high for the sky, feeling that side stretch in the front. Excellent balance as well. Good job. And now we're going to have the front elbow make its way to the front knee. And that back arm will reach high for the sky as you feel that stretch on the other side. Beautiful. Feeling the balance here as well, yogi. A full round of breath in and out. Cartwheeling the hands up, back into warrior two, and then all the way back into warrior one. And then a little push off with the back leg. We make our way all the way back to our mountain pose. Beautiful, yogis. And now we're going to head back all the way to the ground. Option here for a yogi squat to get there, with a nice little space between the legs. And then gently making our way into Malasana, our yogi squat, perhaps. And then all the way back down to the ground. Beautiful. We're going to make our way to bridge pose. So rolling one vertebra at a time. Making our way down. Our knees will stay bent and the heels of the feet almost touching the bottom. The hands will come to rest at the sides. You'll notice a small little curve in the spine that doesn't reach the ground. And if you take your belly button and you push it down to the earth, we can get rid of that. That's where we will start. Taking that natural curve out of the spine, we'll continue to lift up from there, one vertebra at a time, taking the weight all the way to the shoulders, lifting the hips up. Careful to leave the weight in the shoulders and not in the neck. Holding here. Paying attention to not hold the breath. We can't live life holding our breath. We have to breathe in and also back out. Gently lowering back down one vertebra at a time, all the way through to the very tip of the spine. Allowing that natural curve to return. And then one more time, yogis, pushing that natural curve all the way back down to the earth, and then rolling up one vertebra. All the way to the shoulders, and holding, but not holding the breath. Staying up as long as you can. Excellent. One more round of breath in and out. Beautiful. Beginning now to lower back down slowly with intention all the way down. Beautiful. One more bridge. Yeah, here we go. Taking that natural curve out, lowering it down to the earth. And that begins the lifting of the bridge. Slowly, using all of those abdominal muscles all the way up to the shoulders. And holding. Beautiful. Check in with your Satnam here, yogi. Don't hold the breath, just hold asana. And gently lowering back down all the way to the ground. Excellent. Woo. Awesome. We're going to take the right leg up high to the sky. And gently just some ankle rolls. Rolling one way. And then the other. Checking to make sure you're not holding on to any tension in the body. Really relaxing the body. Focusing in on the stretch that's occurring. And now gently bring the ankle over to the left knee. And now we're going to raise the left leg up so that the shin is parallel to the earth. We're going to now thread the right hand through this beautiful opening that we have, interlacing the fingertips behind the left leg. This is a beautiful stretch right here. If you would like a deeper stretch, you can bring the left leg into the body. This is a supine pigeon or a figure four stretch. Oof. Breath in and out. Excellent. Lowering the left foot back down to the earth. Continue to cross the right leg over the left, and then lift the foot up off the earth again. And now grab a hold of both feet. So your legs are completely crossed. And I now have a hold of the opposite feet. This is a big hip opener. Just holding here, breathing here. Beautiful. Gently releasing the hold on the feet, placing the left foot down on the earth and uncrossing the legs. Now we're going to send the left leg high to the sky. Gently rolling the ankle, one direction, and then the other. And when you're ready, the left ankle will find the opposite knee, lifting the right leg off the ground so that the shin is parallel to the earth, and then making my way so that my fingers interlace behind the right leg. That might be plenty of stretch. If you would like, you can draw the right leg into the belly. Using the body's ability to draw oxygen into the lungs, which then send the oxygen to the muscles that are being stretched here. Deep breaths in and long exhales out. Releasing the interlacing of the fingers and allowing the foot to return to the earth. And the left leg will continue to cross over the right. And now grabbing a hold of the opposite feet. One more round of breath here. Beautiful. Releasing the hold. And now yogi, sending both feet long on the mat. We're headed for our final asana, our resting pose, Shavasana. Most important asana in yoga practice. This is where our body absorbs all of the stretching and moving and breathing that we have done. Gently close off the eyes, sealing off the lips, allowing the mind to focus solely on the breath. If thoughts come, allowing them to gently fall away. Taking breath now all the way to the very tips of the toes. Allowing your mind's eye to wrap itself around all of the intricate bones in both of your feet. Sending your next incoming breath around your delicate ankles. Ever so gently moving our mind's eye up your calves, wrapping thought around your knees, your strong thighs, sending breath to your hips, and all the work that you've done there. Feeling the air coming in through the nostrils, sending breath to all of the vital organs in your abdomen. Gratitude for all the work that they do. Feeling your lungs inflate on your next breath in. And gravity taking over on your exhale breath as you melt further into the earth. moving your mind's eye to your heart chakra, your shoulders, their strength. Gentle breath all the way to the tips of your fingers, your wrists, your forearms, your biceps. All the way up through your neck, your strong jaw, your soft lips, your tongue and teeth, your sweet cheeks, your ears, one on each side, feeling your eyelids heavy, and each and every tiny hair on your head. Your next breath in, you feel it from the very crown of your head all the way through your body to the tips of your toes. Knowing that you've taken the time to pay attention to all of it today. Check in one last time with your Satnam and know that the feeling you have right now, you can step into whenever you choose. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps rolling to one side or the other. And rising up and knowing that I'm so grateful. Thank you. Please know the light in me bows and honors the light in me. Namaste.